where we get very technical and very substantial. In other words, this is the place where the rubber hits the road in the one country, one priority product program. And this part of the session, where we will hear from experts in the area and then again from countries, is going to be moderated by Dr. Yurdi Yasmi, who is the director of the NSP division in FAO headquarters. Let me just add that Yurdi is no stranger to this region. He knows it very well. He's been here before. His division is also responsible for the work in plant production, plant protection, genetic resources, and importantly, it houses the secretariat of the One Country, One Priority Product program. So he leads this program for FAO, and we are very happy to have him here to moderate the panels this afternoon. Welcome, Yurdi, and over to you.
Thank you very much, Sridhar, for your kind introductions. Good afternoon, Excellencies, distinguished guests. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Oh, let me try again. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you? How was lunch? Are you sleepy? Yes? Okay, if yes, I request you to stand up. Let's do a little bit of exercise, okay? So that we all wake up, okay? Can everybody stand up, please? And try to fill in also the front row. Okay. Okay, everybody please come in. Those on the back, you are most welcome. Okay, I want you to say loudly, okay, very loudly, with all your highest voice. OCOP! No. Again. One more time. OCOP! One more time. OCOP! Thank you very much. So this afternoon we have interesting sessions. We will look at the global program of OCOP, and then we will delve into the program in Asia and the Pacific, and then we will bring in our 4 better partners to also share their experience. And then we will have a launch of the regional knowledge products by the Assistant Director General, regional representatives. So I would like now to start with the global program of OCOP. It is my honor to invite Dr. Jiangjun Jia, the Executive Secretary of the OCOP Secretariat, FAO Headquarters, to provide the global overview of OCOP implementation. Dr. Xia, you have the floor. I don't know, Sridhar, if we need to invite everybody to come. Okay, I also would like to invite everybody else who are the panels to come. Dr. Xuan Li, Senior Policy Officer at the Regional Office for Asia and the Pacific and OCOP Coordinator for the Asia Pacific region, to come and take your seat. And then Professor Chalat Santifarangna and Dr. Warankana to also please come and join us on the stage. Are they here? Yes, please. And then Professor Liu Chang, if you can join us. I would like to also invite Professor Hui Zhang. And then Dr. Jing Huang from the United Nations Economic Social Commission, UNESCAP. And Dr. Sachin Kumar Sharma, I don't know whether he is here. Okay. Thank you very much, panels, for coming up to the stage. Now I give the floor to Dr. Xia, the Executive Secretary of OCOP. Let's give him a big applause.
Okay, the PowerPoint is here. So the PowerPoint, okay. The PowerPoint will be there, right? Okay, good. And ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Good afternoon. OCOP. To be very strong, right? And I'm very pleased to give some, global picture about OCOP. So would you please show my slides? I will do it, right? Working?
Yes.
Yeah. It's up and okay, yeah. Very beginning, whereas, yeah. It's the very beginning.
Here, next slide. Back slide.
Back.
Next here.
Starting from beginning.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. And in my presentation, there's 4 keywords. One is rational. Second is action. The third one is achievements and the perspective. What's my meaning? Rational means why we promote OCOP. Answer this question. Second one, action. How we promote OCOP. Number 3, what is the achievements we had? And then which direction we move forward for the next step. Okay, the principle of OCOP, we should understand. Nowadays, global food and agricultural and are facing unprecedented challenge. This challenge means more demands within this supply. What's the meaning demands? By 2015, around 10 billion of population we expected. This means over 50% of more food we need to feed the increased population. Among this 50% increase, 80% from the plants. So you can see how important for plant production. But the less supply, we have a limited nature resource, the climate change, environmental pollution, and the aquatic and the biotic disaster. So what is the solution? We must produce more with the less for better. More, less, better. What it means more? We have 5 more productivity, more diversity, more safety, more profitability, and more sustainability. 5 less, and less crop and diversity loss, less agricultural inputs, less environmental pollution, and less carbon emission. For better, you know that for better production, better nutrition, better environment, and better life. So how can we make it? This approach we called optimization, minimization, and maximization. Optimization optimizes all positive aspect of agri-food value chain. Minimize all negative aspect of agro-value chain, and environment, and also minimizing, and then maximizing economic, social, and environmental profitability. So this is the action for FAO Global Action on OCOP initiative. This nature of initiative to promoting sustainable agri-food value chain for all kinds of agricultural products with unique quality and local characteristic in the context of the current and the future emerging challenge. So please remember, this is the key rational principle for OCOP. So what's the functionality for OCOP? Why OCOP is so powerful? Because OCOP have four important functionality. Number one, OCOP is effective tool for farmer to realize the zero hunger. And the first. Second one is actional instrument for government to implement their country program framework, CPF, with align with SDG. Number three, OCOP is a collaborative platform for all stakeholders to support transformation to sustainable agri-food system. Number four, OCOP is a magnificent initiative for FAO to implement FAO strategic framework that's contributing and to achieving SDG, especially SDG 1, SDG 2. This is functionality. Now, what is the specificity? So good, because OCOP have a very unique characteristic. Number one, country inclusive. All the members, FAO members, are encouraged to join OCOP. Whether you're a developing country or developing country, welcome. Second, product inclusive, and all kinds of agricultural products, and we promote, and including field crop, horticulture crop, forest products, fishery, livestock, etc. All of 5 kinds of products. And the value chain inclusive, all aspects of value chain, such as production, storage, processing, and marketing. Particularly, like Vietnam mentioned this morning, we are green development. This means green production, green storage, green processing, and green marketing. And then lastly, stakeholder inclusive, all relevant stakeholders, we are welcome. The government, private sector, NGO, research, academia, university, extension, all of you welcome to join OCOP. So this is principle, also what is the functionality, and also what is specificity. This is exactly FAO. Exactly on OCOP, exactly representing future agriculture. So it's so powerful, so promising, so important. This is OCOP. Now, how we make it? So big a program, how can we make it? And OCOP, now we have 3 major strategies to promote, to implement OCOP. Number one, organization and coordination. This is key for OCOP. At the global level, FAO established Global Steering Committee at the headquarters and to oversee the OCOP implementation worldwide. This committee, led by our Director General, co-chaired by DG Bachelor also here, and of course supported by OCOP Secretarial. OCOP Secretarial hosted by NSP Directors here, yeah? And the regional level, all the regional should establish regional organizing group, led by regional ADG, all the 5 regions, supported by work team, like Li Xian is the work team here in Asia Pacific, yeah? And then national level, a national task force established for all the project country, and it should be chaired by senior government official, supported by OCOP working team. Second key important, we make it demonstration and upscaling. Demonstration and upscaling. So, demonstration is very important. We identified 18 demonstration countries and covering all the region, sub-region, even mountain region. And then they should lead, showcase, and facilitate the OCOP implementation worldwide. And now 6 countries from Africa, and 4 from Asia, 3 from Europe and Central Asia, 3 from Latin America and the Caribbean, and 2 from Near East and North Africa. Now, at regional level, it's very important. Regional level is a linkage. The key functionality for region is upscaling. And like we organize regional lunch events and workshop to implement OCOP country project. And each region will organize this lunch events and the workshop to make everybody on board. So this is, is very important at regional level demonstration and upscaling. And number 3 is important, of course, partnership and communication. Nowadays, without the partnership and without the communication, we can do nothing. Again, in the OCOP, we have partnership and fundraising. We have partnership with UNIDO and UNDOC and the Chinese Academy of Agricultural Sciences, Chinese Academy of Tropical Agricultural Sciences, and also Jiangsu Academy of Agricultural Sciences. And with the German Conrad Schmidt, there's a program, also Korea, this kind of program. This is a partnership so far. And the fundraising from TCP, FVC, FM or FVC nowadays, FEO China, South-South Cooperation Program, and the Japanese government. And then communication outreach. We have OCOP website, globally, regional only, and also some national country. We organize a webinar, and we issue the newsletter, poster, fact sheet, expo, and exhibition, like this expo, and also exhibition, etc. Number 3 is, now, this is the action, organization, coordination. And then second one, we should make some demonstration, upscaling, and then we have partnership and communication. 3 important action. Number 3, what's achievements? So far, we get a very good achievement. Number 1 is active engagement. So first, active participation of countries. So far, we have 95 countries in total. I'm very proud to say that. In the world, all the globally developing countries, about 150. This means that this single initiative covers 2/3 of the country. But among this country, 64 from tropical, and nearly 70% from tropical, around 30% from non-tropical. This means the tropical is so important. Now, look at the products, wide coverage of products. So far, we have 56 special products. And this means in agriculture, usually around 100 major products. This one single initiative covers over 50% of products. So it's so promising, yeah? So in this case, again, and around 57 from tropical, and 43 from non-tropical. Again, tropical products is very, very important. Now, second achievement, efficient resource mobilization. So far, fundraising about OCOP about 20 million. And this is from a different government and from a different association program. But the most important one, I can say from China, South-South cooperation, and 1/3, and 4/3, 1/5 from this kinds of, from China. They support 15 demonstration countries. And then for the country, financial support. Now we have 95 countries, and 87 countries have some project, whether small or big. This means now over 90% of the country we have something. Yeah, only 10% is less and no fund. So this is the whole practice. And I particularly want to mention Asia, Africa, Asia Pacific, two bigger region, all the two regions is 100% support OCOP. And if we say something lacking, is Europe, Central Asia, and the Caribbean, and also for and Near East. Still have some way to do. Okay, what is the impact? I can say so far, there's a lot of data, particularly Vietnamese already show very good, promising. OCOP is really bring significant economic benefit, social benefit, and the environmental benefit. So that's why I have very big impact. So far, globally, OCOP identified 1 of 10 value chain value-added impact and area, and also is key of better production, number 1. Regional level identified as the key regional priority to support, to implement OCOP and FEO framework. National level OCOP products designed a special local in Vietnam, you should know that. And also some country identified as a national day, like Mexico, Emirate Day, and also in World Cocoa Chocolate Day in Trinidad and Tobago. So, very good achievements. Yeah. Now, last one, what is the way forward? Through this meeting, I'm sure everybody is motivated. Yeah, we are spared. So later on, we have 3 key issues. Number 1, full coverage of the project. We have only 8 countries, no project. I hope by the end of this year, 100% support to OCOP. This means 95 countries have a project. Second one, synergy. FEO is very important, I think. We have FEO synergy among the FEO 4 initiative. Yeah, like OCOP, hands in hands, 1,000 digital and green city. I can tell the number because nowadays among the 95 countries, 53 countries with hands in hands, 93 countries with 39 countries with the digital village, and then 25 countries have green city initiative. We work together, 100% support is no problem. And the lastly, of course, visibility. Now is the time to show the result, increase visibility, particularly organize some expo. So in this case, and I think this year, this is very, very important. The first time we have inter-regional activity. And then by the next semester, FEO is going to organize the first global exhibition from seed to food. It's a many show OCOP. By the way, in October 15 morning, we have for the first time high-level secretarial and ministerial segment about OCOP. Will show globally how important, how promising. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Xia, for your interesting presentation and also, for highlighting the developments of OCOP globally. In order to save times, now I would like to invite Dr. Xuan Li, Senior Policy Officer and Regional OCOP Coordinator, FAO Regional Office for Asia and the Pacific, to brief us on leveraging science and innovation for promoting the 4 betters through OCOP implementation. Dr. Li, you have the floor.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure to be here to report to you on the development of the regional OCOP implementation in Asia and the Pacific region. Okay, so I'll start with our interview, kind of the overall picture of the OCOP. Okay, we have 23 the OCOP countries in our region with 20 different special agriculture products spreading whole Asia and Pacific. As you can see, it really cover a big kind of the time zones. And here, one thing we would like to highlight is about our regional OCOP strategy and also coordination mechanism. As Dr. Trao mentioned early on, the governance and institution framework is very important. So in our region, the leadership from our regional representative and the assistant director general who set up our structure very strongly. So that allow us to work as a very cross-cutting and interdisciplinary team. As you can see in our region, at region level, we have ADGYDRR and set up one of the secretariat, which covering from their production, processing, marketing, trade, nutrition, statistics, and also policy. And this is our core team, and we have also expanded the team with different institutions. That is our kind of extended arm and legs. At country level, this is also our suggestion that the work coordination, which have strong coordination between the government and the FAO country office at both steering committee level as well as task force level. So that is make our headquarter, region, and country team become very kind of their inclusive network. So this is something that I would like to highlight. Under the leadership of the ADG, we have developed regional implementation strategy to translate the global vision of the Director General into concrete their way of the implementation. So on the one hand, we have the regional OCOP knowledge platform we launched, which is the first one out of the 5 regions. On the other hand, we have the country OCOP project implementation. We aim to cover all the countries within our region. In connecting these two is we have launched OCOP Regional Science and Innovation Network. This is the one we launched last year, bringing different partners across all the different 4 betters coming together. We're going to hear of their performance and also achievement later. So our goal is to connect production, storage, processing, marketing, and consumption, aiming to achieve better productivity, more traceability, higher competitiveness, connectivity, and more of the accessibility, and also healthy diet. So in terms of our implementation, what are the core activities and the main achievements so far? So this is the kind of since 2021, after the journal launched the OCOP, we have a lot of activities ongoing at region level and the country level. Here is just a snapshot of the regional activities. Most of the activities are actually developed after our ministers gave the guidance. For instance, our launch of the OCOP knowledge platform within 6 months' time after the minister requested. So that's building on rich experience in the region. For instance, the OCOP of the Vietnam, as a part of the whole One Village, One Product initiative originally from Japan. So we have more than dozens of the countries have this program. That makes Asian Pacific region quite special. And this is our details about the regional knowledge platform. What is coverage? We have 3 major components. First one is OCOP event, high level and also technical level capacity building event. Second one is the OCOP knowledge product series. Number 3 is OCOP videos. So they have different functions, but we'll cover, like the first one is more the event. Second one is more of the technical coverage. Third one is to really showcase what we have done at the country level. So this is how we manage this knowledge platform. So you can see we're starting from their understanding of the countries, of their, what we have, and through the questionnaire and so on. And we developed a series of the knowledge product. And we also, this is a number of our products, just to show you, this fact sheet series for all the countries. And we have also prepared the the posters, as you can see here, and outside as well, for every country. And we also have the series of case studies. That is all cover the more than priority product, but also under special agriculture, but in general, where there is some of the strong science and innovation element. And here, is something we'd like to highlight is OCOP implementation on the 4 better. This is the area that we're trying to collaborate with our partners to make this 4 better to be in-depth on the field implementation, and also looking forward is to connect 4 better systematically as our new ADG have given the guidance. So, Regional Science and Innovation Network for OCOP implementation. These are the 4 better that we have developed. So example, on the better environment, this is the entry point is through the traceability, building the traceability tool through the GIES and the partnership with Chinese Academy of Sciences to make it happen for all the SAP product. And for the health diet, this is one we in collaboration with Mahidol University, where we are going to hear from him directly later. That is one to have improved nutrient analysis and also healthy diet recipe development, and also part of processing technology for all the product. And in terms of better production, so better production, we emphasize on the improve their productivity through the improved virality and also GAP, etc. And also on the better life, here we focus on market accessibility and also improved access through the different type of the intervention, such as GI, GIES, and also market information or market intelligence analysis. So I will go through quickly here. Better environment. We have starting from the question or challenge we have commonly we had, and then we pick up our partner to achieve this one. So GIES technology is open science, which connecting consumer, producer, and the cultivation environment. As you can have seen in our 4 better the exhibition booth, you will see how you can scan the QR code. You'll be able to access details of the original area of the production of any country of the product coming from. The better nutrition, the same. The strategy is to, in collaboration with competent partner, and to conduct different type of the detailed assessment and recipe and capacity building, and also through the marketing and other type of the food fair. Our action in terms of the better production is we have through the digital traceability and also improved virality that help the country to improve their productivities. This is an example of the Nepal and Bhutan have concrete examples. Better life. This is something that market intelligence series is one of the example, which soon after we'll see the first issue of the product. Our ADG will give this kind of surprise to you. So in general, our looking forward is that we welcome all the partners, no matter it's from science and technology from within the region or beyond, and also development partner to coming together. And we will make this one not only building a network, but also looking forward, according to our Director General and also Assistant Director General guidance, we are looking forward into the Center of Excellences that will make connective and also integrated approach of 4 better be happening at the country level. So looking forward to working with all of you, and thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Dr. Lee, for this insightful perspective. Ladies and gentlemen, excellencies, we are now coming to the next part of this afternoon, where we are going to invite our partners from the OCOP Regional Science and Innovation Network to brief us on how they are working with Regional OCOP Secretariat to leverage science and innovation for 4 betters. Each speaker originally have 10 minutes. Now I bring a slightly different news. If you can reduce it to 8 minutes and 2 seconds, that is fine. Yeah? Okay? Because we are running a little bit of time. Thank you for your understanding in anticipation. I now invite Professor Chalat Santifarangna, Dean, Institute of Nutrition of Mahidol University, Vice Chair of Regional Organizing Group of OCOP in Asia and the Pacific, Dr. Warangkana Sri Chamnong, on the Institute of Nutrition, Mahidol University, Thailand, to speak on leveraging science and innovation for OCOP development for 4 betters. Professor Chalat and Dr. Warangkana, the floor is yours. So you are the only one presenting. Thank you. Please.
So Dr. Warangkana will be on the screen and at the back of the meeting rooms. My 10 minutes will be short and not very painful for you. We are working with 4 countries with 4 products. We have quinoa from Bhutan, we have mango from Cambodia, we have black cardamom from Nepal, and we have vanilla from Papua New Guinea. Actually, about better nutrition is I think it's coming at the right time because now people are concerned with health. They live longer, but they want to live longer and die fast. I mean, stay healthy, and probably they want to sick only very short time. So it means that they want to stay healthy, and this is what the key to stay healthy is also food and nutrition. So I think this topic will be very trendy. Before we say we want to make something better in terms of nutrition, we have to know the product. What is the nutrition profiles of the product? So this is what we have done first. So we analyze nutrient content and also others compound in 4 products, quinoa, mango, black cardamom, and vanilla. This is, I will not go in the details of the nutrient, but mainly 4, for example, 2 products, quinoa and mangoes, it contains high components of, for example, probably carbohydrate or sugar or proteins, and we use it in quite high amount when we develop some things. In contrast, black cardamom or vanilla, normally we add only a little. Even we analyze, it may have high mineral contents or high vitamin, but we use only little amount. It means that when we develop this, the way, the approaches will be different for these 4 products. It's still not going. Okay. So after we get the nutrient profile, we have to make a recipe or formulate. It depends on as I mentioned, the nutrient profiles of the product. If this is already high in many nutrients, we may say, okay, this is food-based. So we may develop a product that we say this is superfood. We have heard probably on the media. This is about this kind of fruit, this kind of vegetable is a superfood. This is maybe one thing. If this is nutrient-based, we can say this is high in vitamin or specific minerals. Or we develop the product into the health-related. We say this is lower in cholesterol, this is lower in saturated fat, or lower in what is a component. This is not healthy for people. What is important, what we have done at Institute of Nutrition is that we call InmoCal software. So we have the database of ingredients, other ingredients that we may add into the recipe, and we have nutrient profiles of the products. So we can do by calculation, not yet make the real product. And this is will be more effective, because if you try many batches, many recipes, it's costly. But this we can do digitalize, and then we do the recipe first to see if the nutrient profile at the end of the final product is good or not, and then we change. We can play with that to change the ingredient added or add the new ingredient. For example, if we want to have a higher protein content, we may add whey protein or other kind of protein. And then we have product development. We have recipe development. I mean, you can develop this into product that can be sold as meal, or you can develop this into a product. This is more processed, intensive, and sells as a processed food. For example, if we compare, we have developed use mango puree from Cambodia and develop ice cream. But this ice cream, this is low in cholesterol, low in sodium, reduced fat, and sugar. We have to use other ingredients such as inulin, or we add protein isolate, we add skim milk and reduce saturated fat. So this is one way that we can develop the SAPs or special product into a more common food. And another one, we develop cookies. This is the same. We add another ingredients to make a product that is healthier or better in terms of nutrition. In addition to do the recipe formulation and product development, we also do the training. We have training on topic about nutrition, for example, nutrition for different age groups. We have food composition analysis, how to analyze the composition of food. We have product formulation and development. We have product nutrient labeling, because if you want to sell the product in different country or exportation, you have to know how to calculate or put this nutrient into the label, and each country, they have their own regulations. You have to know about this. This is a virtual workshop. The next one we have also hybrid. I mean, we have lecture part, this is a virtual. We have laboratory visit. Oh, it's jumpy, sorry. I did not push anything. Oh, okay. Probably it's a bit delay. Huh? Why this is go back? So you can see this here, there's also at the bottom panel on the left corner, there's also visit our facilities for the analysis. We have complete omic analysis here at the institute. They also have first-hand experience for cooking, do the recipe calculations and product development at the Institute of Nutrition. Okay, so this is my key takeaway message. Actually, if you look at this, science and innovation are centrals of OCOP strategy. This is enable the transformation of undervalued agricultural product into driver of better nutrition. Nutrient profiling, analysis of nutrients, or what is a nutrient requirement for each age group, different population. This is a science part. But you have a new science part, you have nutrient profiling, you need innovations. This innovation, this can be simple. I mean, this is for at the village level. One thing that we learn from Thailand has we call OCOP. This is similar to one village, one product of in Japan, and similar to OCOP in Vietnam. In Thailand, for example, we target 10 billion US dollar each year for selling we call one sub-district, one product. But this is not only one product. This is many products from different sub-districts. So I think OCOP here is like a spearhead. So you know how it works, and then you have to put this in broader regions or more with the village. And I mean, innovation is at the village level or cooperative. It should be less complex, not like many developed countries that they may use high tech, high innovation. For example, this is very simple. You see the package, we can make ice cream mix with cardamom flavors. And this is, you can formulate this in a better or healthy recipe. And this can be sold easily. They can use this, just mix with water and put in freezer, they get ice cream, for example. So this should be, the technology should be able to be adopted at the small scale. This is what the key, what we have learned from Thailand. If you have a really high tech, it's very difficult to be absorbed by the village. The next is better nutrition is not black and white. This is contextual. It means you have to see, you may have ingredients and what is your customers, what is your consumer. You can adjust and apply this in terms of context or age group. One product may be healthy for one age group, maybe not for others, so that you can adjust that. It's a holistic approach. You have to combine technology, capacity building, as we have done with capacity building. Because we can get samples, get product from each country and do the analysis. Problem, if you use this in your country later, when you produce the product, you have quality control process. You must be able to measure this at home, at your own country. So this is not only the technology transfer, this is also capacity building and the whole value chain improvement. This is go to the production. You have agricultural producers, you must ensure that the quality, the safety to go into the better nutrition must be consistent. And partnership, some of these you cannot do by yourself. You have to work with universities, also with GIES. You have a better story, not only better nutrition you tell, this is also environmental friendly product, for example. So at the end, I think this all holistic approach will ensure that your SAPs can contribute to meaningfully healthier diet, but also sustainable, inclusive, and resilient food system. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Chalat, for sharing the importance of mainstreaming nutrition into the OCOP initiative and framework. And we also thank you for your role at the regional level. A very inspiring presentation. I now would like to invite Professor Chuang Liu of the Institute of Geographic Sciences and Natural Resources Research of the Chinese Academy of Sciences. She is the Vice Chair of OCOP Regional Organizing Group in Asia and the Pacific, and she will be speaking on leveraging science and innovation for OCOP, development for better environment. The floor is yours, Professor.
This is good. Okay. This one, yes. Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody. So I'm so glad to be here and share my experience and then about the OCOP in different countries, but especially from China. I want to talk about that three things. And we signed last year. We signed the MOU with FAO about the GIES. And why do this? And then what is GIES? And how GIES can support OCOP implementation? One thing is, last year we signed this. I'm glad to be a minister in Bhutan is here. Thank you so much. And then so we have this bench is here, and many people give the statement about this. So, and what do we do this? We have challenges. One is that there are so many special agriculture products in the world. The challenge is how to capitalize the socio-economic benefit of these products, where balancing and achieving the environmental sustainability. So how to balancing these kind of things. And three issues and meeting the challenges. One is the products are not very geolocated. That's when we visit to buy something, that's a product. When I ask where they come from, nobody understand. Nobody tell me where the product come from. And the second is a special geodiversity, biodiversity, socio-economic diversity system with the product origins are not illustrated clearly and not well known by consumers. So some places are very good, but nobody knows. Very few people know a little know it. And the third one is the intellectual properties or the brand of these products have not been established or well protected. This is the challenging issues. So then we have GIS solution. So we need to find a solution how to solve this problem. So GIS is geographical indications, environment and sustainability. Our objectives is trace product original environment for customers, for consumers, and protect GIS intellectual property for farmers, and promote the brand value of the special agricultural products. So then we focus on the original geographical environment linking to the products, community, companies, and the consumers. So we have special, some of the product is geography indications, some is potential indications, sometimes special products or traditional products. And then how this works is, and we have this GIS is science and technology comprehensive solution through the open science in 6 dimensions. It's functional by open data and knowledge, by using Internet of Things technology, by identification, registration, and certification of each GIS cases methodology, by linking products, environment, market, and the consumer's value chain to benefit farmers and the consumers both. So this is the methodology, so we can focus on the 4 factors. We have species, quality, appearances, brand, and morality, and culture put together. So we have infrastructure. If we do this, we have infrastructure. Here, there is a global change research data publishing and repository. This is a World Data Center, one of the World Data Centers. So in this center, it's got the high reputation, got 2 times the visit prize, and just the last week, we got the nominee of this GIS at the World Summit of the Information Society. So this is an example. There is, this FAO has a top-down methodology, and the global scale, regional, national. And our methodology is bottom-up from small village, and then county level, village level, and then up to link to the FAO's bottom-down methodology. So then we work together. This is a small village. There's a Lanjia rice farmland in China. So we identify the geolocation, and then we open the geographical environmental data, and the product and the quality assessment, and the standard, and the management assessment, and also then a serious culture. So you can remote sensing from satellite, and the ground station, and the climate, landform, and so on. So we link together. So linked to the remote sensing data and the ground station near real-time monitoring data, and also have an article to write excluded how this good is, and let people understand. Then we link together, we publish them, and then consumers buy them, they scan using the cell phone scanner, they immediately need to know where the product comes from, how the quality is. And then we have an e-shop, so everybody can order this through the cell phone. And then each year we have a New Year festival, and let people to enjoy this high-quality product. Through this, so we gave each of cases products its identification, registration, and certificate. And then have a good impact, the benefit, that's immediately get benefit from environment protected, and rise income double, even triple. And the village community income rises each year. That's 3 years from zero. The village income from zero, and 3 years kind of 1 million, more than 1 million. So last year we have the FAO team to visit them, and then the village people said this is good. They are really very enjoy this. How to support this? Support the cases. Not only in China, we have 24 cases in China already very successful to introduce that. And then right now there are more than 20 cases on the way. And this one, so we are not only in China, but also we support in Tashkent, in the Quinoa, in the southern Himalaya case in Bhutan. This is Tashkent zone, so very good, yes. And another one in Nepal, we just had in Nepal, in Ilam, large Kathmandu, southern Himalaya case. So this is in the Nepal. I think that's, have you been to Himalaya? Anyone have to Himalaya? If you are not to Himalaya, this is beautiful places, very good, special places. If you are not to Himalaya, please visit Bhutan and Nepal. If you are not visit Bhutan and Nepal, please buy the quinoa and the large Kathmandu. You will enjoy this. Thank you. Thank you. So you can, from the product, you can thinking about the environment. From the environment, you can thinking about the culture. So you can know how the Bhutan is a so beautiful country, and then how the Nepal is a so special culture. So go that way. And also, not only in Asia, the Pacific region, we go to the southern, in Panama. In Panama, there's a Capilla coffee. You know, coffee is very expensive now. So China is a very little coffee place, but many people want to have coffee. Now, Panama coffee is get approved to export to China. So we developed the case at the capital, the Capilla, the district of Capilla, coffee tropical forestry case. So you can see that is Ken, the gentleman name is Ken. He's very happy. He's the coffee farmer. So he's very happy, excited. So I think this is a good example for us. So work together, and then I think we will triple win. There's farmers will win, and the environment will win, and the consumers such as me will win. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you very much, Dr. Professor Liu, for your very energetic presentations. Now, you highlighted the, how OCOP as a platform can also facilitate, your research, capacity building, initiative in different parts of the world through traceability, GIS, and how it also contributes to environmental sustainability, but also income and properties right of the communities. So if you see, the previous presentation is also mainstreaming nutrition to OCOP. So you see the potential that can be, accumulated through this platform. So thank you for that presentation. I was just informed that GS has just been awarded nominee on the occasion of the World Summit on the Information Society, WSIS Plus 20 High-Level Event 2025 by the International Telecommunication Union, ITU, 4 days ago on 11th of July. So I would like to congratulate you and your team for this award. Let's give a big applause to Professor Liu. It is now my pleasure to invite Professor Hui Zhang of Shandong Normal University to speak on leveraging science and innovation for OCOP from the perspective of better production. Professor, you have the floor.
Thank you. Can you hear next slide? Okay. Good afternoon. I'm very happy to talking about quinoa. Actually, quinoa is, everybody know, is very expensive in the market. What I did is very cheap in China now. Actually, quinoa in China now is very, oh, sorry, next. We have our cooperation with FAO office. The MOU is in progress, but we did some work before. I just show what I progress in quinoa breeding in China. Oh, of course, we have. Okay, sorry. I'd like, well, what I will, quinoa is also, of course, is one OCOP project of meet the progress of your FAO. Yeah, sorry. That's not working. Oh, back. Okay, why I want to work with quinoa? I think I would put in this. Quinoa is a superfood. I would want to know this one, and it can grow very well, especially marginal land. Oh. Oh. In China, no quinoa, but we have quinoa brother. In our history, more than 3 years, we eat the quinoa brother for vegetable more than 3,000. And also, the quinoa to China is more than 40 years ago, and as a national gift to our Himalaya. We started the quinoa breeding for firstly with the program cooperation with the international scientists, and maybe some of the law is market test. We cooperation publish a paper in Nature, and also we did with Andes and quinoa real and published the cell research, and also with the Argentina, the Professor Daniel and the Pakistan. This is our field trial over the germplasm. We connect all over the world germplasm. Yeah, we did the cross. Because the research in quinoa is very, very back, so we did the cross and use the breeding, establish the breeding system. This is what our result. Of course, we need to decrease the plant heat, and sometimes it's broken, and matured time we need to short lifestyle. And of course, in the different area, the long day condition, we need to the photoperiod response, and also the disease resistance, and the heat tolerance. This is what we did in the comparison of this cross. You can see this is the picture one is the resistance. This is very sensitive. And also we did in the Dongyin, in the near the saline land. This is in the ocean, near the ocean, and is cannot grow as other crops. This is in the Hebei province. This is you can see not clearly is my wife. We have to take together. This is our quinoa. Yeah, this is also our quinoa in the Gansu province. This place is rainfall. The annual is below 300 milligram. This area is near the Lijiang, Yunnan province. This is also in type of area. We selected some seeds, it's very good, the variety. This is in Beijing province, Beijing city. Near this is every plot is our variety selection. And that's Mr. Liu, Professor Liu tell the Himalaya. We did this experiment in Himalaya. This is very 4,000 milligram altitude in the Shangri. And also use this one is the very saline soil. Cannot grow other crops. We can grow quinoa. This is a large scale. Actually, quinoa in China is very cheap now. It's much the production actually is very good, big. You see, this all the quinoa field. And also, you can see this picture. This picture here, the oat, because they draw, cannot they are dead, but the quinoa is good. This is one place. Oh, this is also in the Inner Mongolia. This is in Himalaya. It's very your same picture. Before this is soil. This one is sandy soil. After we from quinoa is very good. You can see this is the same place. Just here is quinoa. Here is lake field. Actually, this is Xizang, the type of people. They are very happy because they can grow quinoa, they can make money, and they can get more superfood for eating. This is Yunnan province. I just show you, this is modern cultivars of quinoa, not like in South America, the native quinoa variety. Also, we did the cross. And this is the sandy soil, saline soil. Some of the quinoa brothers come around here. We did the distance cross. You see the distance cross. We can get some of the seeds. The F1, F2, F3, F5. We can make a new variety, new species of quinoa. Quinoa in China, we get the totally different from South America. Just our goal is saline agriculture, dryland agriculture, and the localized variety. This is just to show some of the research field. We got a lot of registered variety. What I hope here is we can share all our seeds with different countries. Every country you want to plant seeds, plant quinoa, can cooperate with you through FAO office. And also our goal with partnership breeding. We hope every country want to develop quinoa. Some academic research institute cooperation with us first, and then the field trial. Of course, this is productive. We help you to the mechanical harvest, mechanical planting, not the traditional planting. And also in China, the modernized machine for process, and a lot of product. In China, we can share the experience of China. Of course, I just show some of the experience. OCOP, this international in China, a lot of see other similar Chinese version, but it's not the C is a county. 一线一品, one county, one product, not one country. So China have a lot of this. Every place, the similar system, I think, is original from China. We have some experience to how to promote some new crops for production. And also, this is the status I have working with Bhutan. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor. When I gave you a sign to stop, it was your last slide. So congratulations on your quinoa programs and also research you have seen. I've seen you publish in Nature as well. So there must have been a lot of research going on. Congratulations also on the success in planting it in the Himalaya region of China. I now invite Dr. Jing Huang from the United Nations Economics and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific to share your perspective on OCOP from the Better Life perspective. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Dr. Yasimi, and good afternoon, Excellencies and distinguished delegates, dear friends. It's an honor to speak with you today on how science and innovation can transform agri-food system for better life in Asia-Pacific through the one country, one priority product initiative. OCOP initiative supports the countries to produce high potential product, but that's just the beginning. So to truly bring the better life, there are a lot of work need to be done. Transform the local product to the market value, increase the job creation, income, and also the nutrition through the accessibility to the data, market, and supports. It's an essential way. So without it, the OCOP product just can remain in the local. But with it, we can really open the opportunity and do the real transformation. So now let's look at how accessibility works as a system. So from the farm to the market, the first start is the production. But most of the producers, they don't know where their product stands and what is the market potential or how to reach into the local and global market. So we ask questions. Where do we stand? What is the market potential and competitive advantage? Which market to target and why? What technical assistance is needed and how do we raise the awareness and capacity building? While answering those questions, it can help us really open the opportunity for our OCOP product and deliver the better life through the smarter trade, innovation, and collaboration. So to achieve the better life through the accessibility, we must first to know where is missing. So most of the OCOP countries, they are facing three gaps. So lack of the real data, weak of market intelligence, and poor market accessibility. So there is what a joint work come from. FAO has collaborated with the UNSCOP, has developed OCOP Market Intelligence Series. It covers three core areas: market intelligence, trade data analysis, and investment insight. by using the real trade and market indicator backed by the data collection and with deep analysis. It helps countries answer two important questions. One is where we stand in the global market. Second, how we can identify the right entry point for the export. So that's just a beginning. We first build the foundation of the knowledge. Then, after we identified all the barriers, we move to the next step, action. Then how we can really apply the knowledges to our OCOP cases. So there are some interesting potentials and challenges while we are developing our OCOP series. Since our Bangladesh delegate is not here, so I will share a practical case from Bangladesh, one of the world's biggest jackfruit producer. Despite to producing 1.5 million metric ton jackfruit annually, its export potential remains very low. Why? The first is the high export concentration index. Nearly 76% of the jack export is only go to the United Kingdom. The second is missing of the specific address line in their national level. So it's just leave this product out of the trade data. It's difficult to people to track and promote, also make the relevant policy to support this product. Then followed by is absence of quality grading and certification, weak post-harvest infrastructure, limit access to the international standard, fragment supply chain, and also cooperation gaps. So this is a clear case of a good product, but blocked by the low accessibility. So like how to conquer those kind of issues and challenges and help OCOP grow better and stronger. There are a lot of work we have done, and some of them are undergoing. Through the strong partnership to strengthen the accessibility as the phase 2, it's essential. But at the center of this, all the effort is Regional Science and Innovation Network. FAO has collaborated with the United Nations Economic and Social Commission for ASEAN and the Pacific, brings the ministries together, such as agriculture, commerce, and custom, help OCOP countries to do the trade analysis, identify the barriers, and pinpoint the high potential entry market for the trade. And also, they are collaborating with government, align with their regulatory policy standards, helps the OCOP product to enter the match with the international market requirement. And as part of it, market intelligence theory is export strategy guidance by using the real data and insight. So at another side, how to improve the product for the OCOP countries. I think improving the product quality and the plant standardization is the key. So there will bring the science, innovation, and collaboration. They will play a vital roles. FAO is planning cooperate with the China certification and inspection groups and helps the OCOP countries work in 5 main areas. One is establishing agriculture standardization through the tailored protocol to reduce chemical and producing the green farming. Second, support the full chain traceability by using the digitalization, track the product from the farm all the way to the export table. Third, invest on the farmers' training through the field schools and export guidance for quality compliance. And farmers can learn the export procedures and improving their product consistency. The fourthly is certification and export readiness. Through support for meeting export standards and registration. And this is normally the burden for the small producers. The fifth is data integration for market insight. FAO and SCOP also provide the technical assistance through the OCOP clinic from the sub-regional cluster workshop across the South Asia, East and Southeast Asia, Pacific, deliver the expert support trainings to strengthen the national capacity building in helping countries and producers to better understand what is the market system, product quality, traceability needs. And all of this kind of expert is led by one goal is help our countries know better, act smarter, and it will automatically apply to our OCOP product more accessible and competitive in the global market. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jing, for sharing this conceptual framework and also roadmaps on how we move forward to the future, the collaboration between UNESCOP and FAO, and the concrete partnerships that ahead of us. So thank you for that. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we are now entering our high-level segments where we will be sharing or hearing reflections from different countries on how OCOP implementations has advanced four betters, or in other words, how has four betters been mainstreamed in OCOP implementations. With that, I have an honor to invite first His Excellency Honorable Minister Mr. Yaunten Punso, Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock, Bhutan, to share your perspective on this. Over to you, Excellency.
First of all, I'd like to thank all the speakers for setting the context. It makes my job much easier. So, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, fellow panelists, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Once again, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to FAO for the opportunity to share our experience of use of science, technology, and innovation for agri-food sector transformation in Bhutan in the context of OCOP models on four betters. Ladies and gentlemen, Bhutan remains deeply grateful to FAO for launching the OCOP, which has provided a very timely and strategic platform to transform our agri-food systems through science, technology, and innovation. Anchored in FAO's four betters, the OCOP initiative is well aligned with Bhutan's development priorities, particularly as outlined in Bhutan Agri-Food Sector Strategy 2034 and our development philosophy of gross national happiness. With deep humility and confidence, I wish to state that Bhutan's approach to agri-food transformation has been both systematic, and inclusive. It mirrors the four betters and reflects our national ethos, a development model that places the well-being of people and the environment at the heart of policy and governance. For Bhutan, agri-food systems are not just about productivity or profit, but about equity, sustainability, and the pursuit of collective happiness. So in this context, let me highlight and share our experience and the progress that we have made under each of the four betters. Number one, better production. Since its introduction in 2015, with the support of course, FAO, quinoa has been grown in all the 6 agroecological zones, from 100-meter subtropical valleys to 3,500 meters above sea level in the alpine terrain. It has shown remarkable resilience to extreme temperatures ranging from negative 8 degrees centigrade to 38 degrees centigrade, and low rainfall of 100 to 200 millimeter. In order to support enhancing the production, we conducted thorough agronomic trials and released 4 adaptable varieties. A GIS-based crop suitability model, which combines soil, topographic, and climatic data, has helped us find the best areas for cultivation. Additionally, the establishment of a real-time weather station is providing early alerts for pests and diseases and supports climate-smart sowing. We are also improving seed production and quality assurance by conducting multi-location trials for better germplasm and varietal performance. Likewise, we have conducted training to improve the skills of over 140 agriculture officers in areas of production, post-harvest handling, nutrition integration, and community-led recipe development. An output-based incentive mechanism price guarantee scheme has been established to support enhancing quinoa production. This initiative guarantees a reliable market and desired pricing for quinoa being produced by our farmers. Number 2, better nutrition. Bhutan's triple burden of malnutrition and the rising incidences of non-communicable diseases highlight the urgent need for more diversified and nutritious food system. Bhutan's OCOP commodity, which is quinoa, rich in protein and micronutrients, can address this challenge. Therefore, we are promoting quinoa in the feeding programs in schools and hospitals. The feedback so far from this pilot initiative has been extremely encouraging and positive. Third, better environment. Bhutan's OCOP implementation supports our commitment to carbon neutrality and biodiversity conservation. We are deeply committed to carbon neutral development and maintaining over 60% of forest cover for all times to come as mandated by our constitution. At the moment, we are not only carbon neutral, but carbon negative. The promotion of OCOP initiative supports this green vision and commitment, as the quinoa is well suited for low input, rain-fed farming system, making it a perfect for fallow and marginal lands, which helps reduce environmental pressures. Fourth, better life. With over 60% of Bhutan's population living in rural areas, we focus on science, technology, and innovation-driven models that create good livelihoods and narrow the rural and urban divide. The farmers' registration system, supported by EU and FAO, will help digitize farm-level data. This will improve targeted support, allow input traceability, and ensure evidence-based policy. Bhutan's digital Drugul flagship is building connections for farmers to access markets, weather information, and government services. At the same time, we are involving our youth and women through hydroponics, vertical farming, and agri-tech incubation with the aim to slowly but steadily reverse the rural-urban migration trends. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, going forward, we aim to grow quinoa on an additional 4,000 acres, engaging 4,000 farming households, and generate employment opportunities besides enhancing incomes of rural farming communities. We also look forward to expanding South-South and triangular cooperation by partnering with FAO and Mahidol University in Thailand. Together, we are developing eco-hub models, digital innovation frameworks, and packaging units. In summary, Bhutan's OCOP journey shows a strong integration of science, technology, and innovation, from crop breeding and GIS planning to building institutional capacity, creating sustainable value chains, and promoting inclusive market development. The OCOP initiative helps us achieve the 4 betters while also advancing Bhutan's agri-food sector strategy 2034 and our national vision of gross national happiness. With the support from FAO, both in terms of technical as well as investment, I am confident quinoa will become not just Bhutan's priority crop, but also regional model for sustainable, nutritious, and climate-resilient agriculture. So with this, once again, thank you and touch the leg.
Thank you very much, Excellency, for sharing your experience on OCOP quinoa in Bhutan and how the 4 betters are linked, with your national visions and also your aspiration to strengthen South-South triangular cooperation, and specifically also collaboration with Mahidol University and others on the panels. Thank you very much. Now I would like to kindly invite Dr. Ezeldin Gadala Hussein Ahmed of Egypt to provide your reflections on how OCOP, or through OCOP, you have been mainstreaming science, technology, and innovation in Egypt. The floor is yours, please. It seems that he's not here. Okay. Well, we can come back later to Egypt. Now we will continue. I would like to invite Dr. Hapte Jivar Daba from Ethiopia to provide his reflections on how in your country promoting 4 betters through the OCOP platform has been implemented and what do we learn from it. Over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon and warm greetings from Ethiopia. It is a great honor to address this distinguished gathering as a senior agricultural researcher working on TAFE improvement on behalf of the government of Ethiopia and the millions of smallholder farmers who are foundation of our country's food system. Allow me to begin by expressing our sincere appreciation to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United States for launching the One Country, One Priority Product, OCOP, initiative. This is a timely and forward-looking platform empowers countries to identify and sustainably develop strategic agricultural commodities anchored in the vision of the four betters: better production, better nutrition, a better environment, and a better life. Under the OCOP framework, Ethiopia has proudly chosen teff as its priority crop. This decision reflects not only teff status as our national staple, but also its deep nutritional and economic significance, cultural value. Teff is domesticated by Ethiopians quite long ago, and it is more than a crop, and it is a legacy and a gift of Ethiopian farmers to the world. Today, teff is grown in Ethiopia by over 6.5 million households, smallholder farmers across nearly 3 million hectares, supporting the livelihoods of rural communities and feeding over 70 million Ethiopian people. It is primarily a source of injera, our staple national dish. Promoting the four betters through teff. 1. Better production. Despite its importance, the teff value chain is constrained by low productivity, limited access to improved seed, weak extension services, and fragmented markets. Ethiopia is addressing these challenges by scaling up access to improved seeds, improved varieties, climate-resilient agronomic practices, and digital advisory platforms to ensure inclusive, efficient, and sustainable production systems. Because teff can grow over 11 agroecologies of the 18 agroecologies in the country. It can grow from sea level up to 3,000 meters above sea level. The second is better nutrition. Teff is a nutrient-rich, gluten-free superfood, naturally high in iron, calcium, and fiber. It plays a critical role in combating malnutrition, anemia, and diet-related diseases such as diabetes and celiac. As teff gains international attention as a functional food, we aim to expand its role in building healthier diets both domestically and at global level, because the productivity of teff is a bit lower than the other major cereals being grown in Ethiopia, but its value is very great, and the world is now in demand of this important crop, and we have to focus on growing this crop in large quantities and so as to address the health and nutritional benefits of that is to be obtained from the crop. Regarding the better environment, it grows across diverse agroecological zones with minimal external inputs. Teff is naturally adapted to climate variability. Promoting teff under climate-smart and regenerative agriculture frameworks contribute to soil health, biodiversity, and ecosystem restoration, aligning directly with goals of the greener planet. With respect to better life, teff cultivation is deeply embedded in Ethiopia's rural livelihoods. Our OCOP strategy places women and youth as the center through access to seed enterprises, value addition, entrepreneurship, and employment opportunities in production, agro-processing, and export markets, improving incomes and advancing social inclusions. with strategic action, which is to be implemented between 2026 and 2030 as part of Ethiopia's OCOP aligned TIF flagship strategy, we are undertaking the following actions: strengthening of TIF seed system and breeding programs, scaling climate resilient and regenerative farming models, investing in value chains, certification and traceability, enhancing digital innovation, finance and market connectivity, building inclusive platforms for gender equity and youth participation. With the earlier OCOP support that has been started in 2023 and completed in June 2025, we have been conducting the SWOT analysis of the National TF Research Program. We also assess the seed security in the country and established a national TF database which has not been there for a long time. And we have also established an innovative platform. However, realizing our vision demands sustained global partnership. We call upon FAO and the international community to support Ethiopia through investment, capacity building, knowledge exchange, and enhanced access to global market. TF is not just Ethiopia's priority crop. TF is not just Ethiopia's priority crop. It is a global opportunity. It represents a powerful pathway to achieving climate resilient agriculture, nutritious food systems, sustainable rural economies, and social equity. Therefore, let us work together to make TF a living example of what the four betters and OCOP can deliver from local farmers to the global plates. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Habte, for sharing Ethiopian experience. Now I come back to Dr. Ezeldin Gadala Hussein Ahmed of Egypt to share your experience in terms of how you apply science, innovation, and technologies in OCOP in your countries. Over to you, sir.
Okay. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السادة أصحاب المعالي وزراء الزراعة ورؤساء الوفود، سعادة نائب وزير الزراعة والبيئة الفيتنامي، السادة ممثلو منظمة الأغذية والزراعة الفاو، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. يسعدني ويشرفني وجودي معكم نيابة عن السيد علاء فاروق وزير الزراعة واستصلاح الأراضي جمهورية مصر العربية، تلبية لدعوة منظمة الأغذية والزراعة الأمم المتحدة ووزارة الزراعة والبيئة الفيتنامية لاستعراض التجربة المصرية في مبادرة بلد واحد منتج واحد ذو أولوية OCOP في إطار سعي منظمة الأغذية والزراعة الأمم المتحدة فاو للمساهمة في تحقيق استراتيجيات التنمية المستدامة بنهاية عام 2030. أطلقت مبادرة عالمية تحت مسمى بلد واحد منتج واحد ذو أولوية على مدار 5 سنوات من 2021 إلى 2025 لتحسين مكونات النظام الزراعي والغذائي للمنتج وتقليل الآثار السلبية وتعظيم الأرباح في ظل التحديات القائمة على جميع مراحل سلسلة القيمة متضمنة الإنتاج الأخضر والتخزين الأخضر والتصنيع والتسويق الأخضر، ويتم ذلك من خلال اختيار المنتجات الزراعية ذات الصفات الفريدة على جميع المستويات العالمية والإقليمية والمحلية، والتي يمكن أن تساهم في التحول إلى أنظمة غذائية زراعية أكثر كفاءة ومرونة واستدامة من أجل إنتاج أفضل تغذية والوصول إلى أفضل بيئة وأفضل حياة للإنسان. تم إطلاق مبادرة OCOP على مستوى العالم موزعا في 5 أقاليم: أفريقيا وآسيا والمحيط الهادي وأمريكا اللاتينية ومنطقة البحر الكاريبي والشرق الأدنى وشمال أفريقيا وأوروبا وآسيا الوسطى. ومنذ إطلاق المبادرة في سبتمبر 21 انضمت أكثر من 94 دولة إلى المبادرة، مما أدى إلى تعزيز التنمية الخضراء لأكثر من 56 منتجا زراعيا خاصا. ويعد إقليم الشرق الأدنى وشمال أفريقيا مهد الزراعة، حيث يلعب قطاع الزراعة دورا رئيسيا في الصمود وتحدي الصدمات وحالات الطوارئ، ويساهم في توفير سبل العيش وفرص العمل. وتم اختيار جمهورية مصر العربية كدولة ممثلة لإقليم الشرق الأدنى وشمال إفريقيا ليتم تطبيق المبادرة على أحد الحاصلات الزراعية الخاصة بها، وتكون نموذجا يحتذى به في منتجات زراعية أخرى. كما تم التوافق على اختيار التمور كمنتج ذو أولوية، حيث يعتبر التمر من المحاصيل الاستراتيجية، وتحتل مصر المرتبة الأولى على مستوى العالم من حيث الإنتاج بحوالي 2 مليون طن، تمثل 19% من الإنتاج العالمي و24% من الإنتاج العربي من إجمالي 24 مليون نخلة، منها 20 مليون نخلة مثمرة. ويعد هذا القطاع أحد القطاعات الواعدة لخلق فرص العمل وزيادة الاستثمارات والصادرات وتحقيق التنمية في ظل اهتمام القيادة السياسية بهذا القطاع وتوجيهاتها المستمرة، والتي تضمنت إنشاء أكبر مزرعة نخيل في العالم بمنطقة توشكا بعدد 2.5 مليون نخلة من الأصناف ذات القيمة التسويقية المرتفعة وما يرتبط بها من معاملات مع بعض الحصاد وتعظيم قيمتها المضافة. فشهدت العام الأخيرة من 2017 ل 2025 توسعا كبيرا في زراعة النخيل من الأصناف ذات القيمة السوقية المرتفعة، وجاري زراعة 5 ملايين نخلة من مختلف الأصناف ليغزو محصولها كل من السوق المحلي وأسواق التصدير. فجاءت مبادرة بلد واحد منتج واحد ذو أولوية OCOP تتويجا لجهود مصر في مجال زراعة النخيل، وتم تشكيل فريق العمل الوطني وضم خبرات من وزارة الزراعة واستصلاح الأراضي ووزارة التجارة والصناعة وكذلك القطاع الخاص ليغطي جميع مراحل سلسلة القيمة لقطاع النخيل والتمور بهدف تحسين الإنتاج وجودة التمور المصرية لتكون لها القدرة على منافسات تصديرية دوليا. وفي إطار المرحلة الأولى من المبادرة اختيرت منطقة الواحات البحرية إحدى المناطق التي تركز فيها زراعة النخيل في مصر لتنفيذ خطة العمل. كما تم إطلاق العديد من ورش العمل على المستوى المحلي والإقليمي، ولاقت نجاحا كبيرا أشادت به منظمة الأغذية والزراعة والأمم المتحدة والدول المشاركة في المبادرة. وتم تقديم عديد من الندوات التدريبية والأيام الحقلية لتدريب الفنيين والمزارعين والنخالين، وعمل شبكة التمور المصرية، وعمل النشرات والكتيبات عن عمليات الخدمة البستانية الذكية مناخيا ومقاومة الآفات لمواجهة سوسة النخيل الحمراء، ومعاملات ما بعد الحصاد لتقليل نسبة الفاقد، وفي التعبئة والتغليف والتصنيع. وبنهاية المرحلة الأولى حاليا نحن في انتظار التجهيز لبدء المرحلة الثانية. والجدير بالذكر أنه تم تكريم مصر كأفضل فريق عمل وطني قام بتنفيذ المبادرة على مستوى الدول المشاركة. وتستمر مصر في تطوير قطاع التمور تنفيذا للتوجيهات الرئاسية، حيث بلغت كمية صادرات التمور الطازجة والمصنعة خلال عام 24 حوالي 88 ألف طن بقيمة 180 مليون دولار. وقد كانت مشاركة جمهورية مصر العربية بمحصول نخيل التمر نابعة من إيماننا العميق بأهمية هذا القطاع، ليس فقط كأحد أعمدة الزراعة التقليدية في مصر، بل كمصدر واعد للتنمية الاقتصادية وتوفير فرص العمل وتعزيز صادراتنا الزراعية ذات القيمة المضافة. ولقد مثلت هذه المبادرة فرصة فريدة لتبادل الخبرات وموائمة الجهود الدولية نحو النهوض بالمنتجات الوطنية ذات الميزات التنافسية، كما أكدت على ضرورة التكامل بين المعرفة والتكنولوجيا والسياسات العامة لتحقيق التحول المنشود في نظامنا الزراعية. وفي الختام اسمحوا لي أن أعرب عن خالص شكر وتقدير لمنظمة الأغذية والزراعة الأمم المتحدة FAO على هذه المبادرة الرائدة، والتي جاءت في توقيت بالغ الأهمية، حيث التحديات الزراعية وطموحات التنمية المستدامة وتعزيز الأمن الوطني. كما لا يفوتنا أن نشكر البلد المضيف فيتنام واللجنة المنظمة على حفاوة الاستقبال وكرم الضيافة، ويؤكد التزام الدولة المصرية بمواصلة دعم قطاع النخيل ومنتجاته وتبني الممارسات الزراعية المستدامة وتعزيز سلاسل القيمة المضافة، وذلك في إطار رؤية مصر 2030 التي تضع الزراعة المستدامة والاقتصاد الأخضر ضمن أولوياتها. وجدد شكري وتقديري متمنيا دوام العطاء لمنظمة الأغذية والزراعة FAO من أجل تحقيق مستقبل أكثر أمنا واستدامة الأمن الغذائي في منطقتنا والعالم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Thank you very much for sharing the experience of Egypt. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to note that we are behind schedules. So I would appreciate if you can keep your intervention in 5 minutes. Now I would like to invite Mr. Tristan Nonda from Gabon to share your experience on how you apply science, technology, and innovation to OCOP. The floor is yours.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Allow me first and foremost to discharge an important duty from my ministry. She would like me to convey and sincere and profound apologize for not being here for bereavement. She was unable to travel to Hanoi. So, excuse absence again. Now, if I may allow me to honor my official speaking language, so I will speak in French. Alors, dans le cadre de l'initiative OCOP, le Gabon accorde une place centrale à l'application de la science, de la technologie et de l'innovation, afin d'assurer une transformation durable, efficace et verte de sa filière maïs. La stratégie nationale d'implémentation repose sur une combinaison de transfert de technologies agricoles, de partenariats scientifiques et de renforcement des capacités. Mais permettez-moi de vous dire que notre pays a connu un intermède sociopolitique qui a entraîné un grand retard dans l'application, dans la mise en œuvre de l'initiative OCOP. Toutefois, les actions qui sont en cours ou qui étaient prévues reposent ou s'articulent autour de 3 principaux axes. Le premier axe, c'est la production agricole améliorée par la science. Et dans ce cadre-là, il s'agit pour nous de travailler sur l'amélioration variétale à travers l'adaptation au climat, le potentiel de rendement, la valeur nutritionnelle. Pour ce faire, notre pays s'appuie sur l'expertise de 2 instituts, un institut de recherche et un institut de mise en œuvre pour la sélection et la production de semences améliorées. Il y a également la mise en place de champs semenciers pilotes qui sont mis en place dans une zone qui a été identifiée comme une zone à haute productivité dans le centre du pays. Cette zone sert à la fois de démonstration et de production. Parallèlement, il y a également des formations qui sont dispensées sur des meilleures techniques agricoles, intégrant des pratiques climato-intelligentes et respectueuses de l'environnement. Le deuxième axe, c'est la technologie transformation. Et dans ce cadre-là, le Gabon prévoit de développer des unités de transformation maïs provende dotées de technologies modernes permettant la formulation d'aliments de bétail. Avec l'appui d'un institut de recherche technologique, des innovations sont intégrées pour adapter les procédés au volume et aux réalités logistiques nationales. L'accent est également mis sur l'économie d'énergie. Et je dois ajouter à ce propos que cet axe-là, cette initiative OCOP est d'autant plus importante aujourd'hui que notre pays a décidé il y a environ 1 mois d'interdire à compter de janvier 2027 les importations de poulet de chair. Donc il va de soi que le développement de l'initiative OCOP à travers le maïs que nous avons choisi devient plus qu'une urgence. Le troisième axe, c'est le renforcement des capacités d'innovation organisationnelle. Dans ce sens-là, des sessions de formation technique sont organisées à travers les coopératives pour renforcer les capacités, je vais me répéter, des petits producteurs et un transfert de connaissances. Il y a également la structuration et des données de production, parce que nous n'avons pas beaucoup de données statistiques, il faut structurer tout ça. Il y a la traçabilité des semences, il y a également la mise en place d'un système d'information pour tout le suivi de la chaîne de valeur. Donc en conclusion, notre pays mise effectivement sur une mise en place progressive de la science, de la technologie et l'innovation pour transformer durablement sa filière maïs, en combinant une amélioration variétale des technologies de transformation et le renforcement des capacités. C'est dans cette direction que le pays entend bâtir une chaîne de valeur verte et résiliente pour soutenir son ambition de souveraineté alimentaire. Je vous remercie.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing the experience of Gabon. I would like now to invite Mr. Raulan Ado from Ghana to share your perspective on how your country promote four betters through OCOP. Over to you, sir.
Thank
And I
you,
would
Mr. Chair.
appreciate if you keep it in the 5 minutes. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair, Madam Moderator. And Ghana is very grateful, and the Minister is very happy for this OCOP implementation. And it's unfortunate he wasn't able to be here to participate in person. So how Ghana is using science and technology to support the OCOP or the models for implementation, the four better models. In terms of the for better production, we are looking at enhancing production and productivity of our OCOP commodity, where we are looking at getting improved varieties to increase the productivity of our soybean fields. This is a major challenge, and we are collaborating with our stakeholders and building capacity of farmers to use improved technologies, new varieties, so that they can increase their productivity on their fields. In terms of better nutrition, what we are doing is we are trying to add value to soya bean because we don't consume soya raw. We have to process it before we consume. So we are working with the Ghana School Feeding Program, where under our OCOP 1, we brought them on board, we built their capacity on how to process soya. And government has put in a policy to include soya chunks as source of meat for the school feeding program in Ghana. So we have started building the school feeding program, their capacity, so that they can build capacity of the caterers that they engage to produce the food for the farm, for the children. In addition to this, for better life, we are looking at the social and economic well-being of the farmers we are working with. We are doing this through engaging the private sector and supporting them to set up industries to procure soya from farmers. So what government has done is, government has guaranteed prices of soya for small-scale farmers within all soybean growing areas, and they are giving it to major processors who are producing into soybean for poultry feed, as well as the oil. And we are engaging the paint industries to use the oil for oil paint, and some of the paint industries are picking this one for, so farmers are able to get income from the soybean that they are producing. And in terms of the better environment, soybean is a nitrogen fixing crop. It fixes its own nitrogen. So from the word go, the commodity we selected is supporting the environment. And as maturity, soybean also shares all its leaves, which is also intended to improve the soil structure of the fields. And Ghana is also promoting organic soya production. So majority of the soya that we produce in Ghana is produced organically, and we export organic soybean to outside the country so that farmers get premium price for what they produce. In conclusion, I want to say that Ghana is adopting the models for the better OCOP models to address specific agricultural and socioeconomic challenges. Again, the OCOP model has strong potential to boost local economics, create jobs, and improve the livelihood of small-scale farmers across the country. Thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing the experience of Ghana. I would like now to invite Lesotho to share the experience from your country's perspective. May I please invite Mr. Jabula Arlindo Zibia. The floor is yours.
Sorry, Mr. Jabula is from Mozambique.
Sorry for the, I repeat again. Now I would like to invite Mr. Jabula Arlindo Zibia from Mozambique to share your experience on OCOP in relation to 4 betters. I'll come back to Lesotho after this. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Excellence, distinguished delegate, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of His Excellency Roberto Albino, Minister of Agriculture, Environment and Fisheries of Mozambique, I wish all good afternoon and good work. It's a great honor for Mozambique to be part of the OCOP initiative. His Excellency Roberto Albino apologized to all those present, especially to FAO, for his absence, which is justified by last-minute agenda overlap, and is very sorry for not being able to be here with us. On the other hand, His Excellency instructed us to reaffirm the Mozambicans' commitment to the OCOP agenda. And Mozambique chose rice as OCOP crop. Rice is one of the most important strategic crops in Mozambique diet. The country has a significant production potential, although large amount of rice is still imported. Mozambique recognizes that science, technology, and innovation are essential pillars for success of One Country, One Priority Product initiative. To improve the implementation of OCOP, our country is following an integrated approach that encompasses the following steps. First, investing in scientific research, focusing on development of more productive varieties that are resistant to climate change, pests, and disease. Our Rice Center of Excellence in Namakura district has been an example of this effort, working in partnership with national and regional institutions. Promotion the use of digital technology. We intend to use mobile platform and the remote monitoring system to provide farmers with actual information on agriculture practice, weather forecasting, and market information to enhance the access of farmers to the market. This technology will improve productivity and reduce several risks that farmers are normally exposed. Promotion of mechanization and post-harvest technology to reduce losses and add value on agricultural products. Investing in training of smallholder farmers, extension workers, and in integration of youth and women so that they can adopt new technology and promote agriculture entrepreneurship. Finally, we are strengthening the development of value chain by introducing solutions of quality certification, traceability, and access of new markets. To make all this possible, we are mobilizing partnership and finance to support innovation throughout the production chain. Mozambique believes that this integration of science, technology, and innovation will generate concrete results and impacts, increased productivity, improved farmers' incomes, greater food security, and inclusive and sustainable economic development. We reaffirm our commitment to continue working with regional and international partnership to achieve these goals. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Zibia, for sharing your experience from Mozambique. Now it is my honor to invite Ms. Limpo Mopukobi Makwane from Lesotho to share the experience of your Lesotho, especially as it relates to science, technology, and innovation to enhance OCOP implementation in Lesotho. The floor is yours.
Your Excellencies, good morning. I am honored to address this important workshop and extend my gratitude to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations and the Ministry of Agriculture and Environment of Vietnam for organizing this inter-regional knowledge exchange on the OCOP model. Allow me to briefly describe Lesotho's context. While agriculture remains a key livelihood for many Basotho, especially in the rural areas, only 10% of our land is arable. And a significant part of this is degraded or lost to urban development. Our country is mountainous, and hence we have steep slopes, eroded soils, and increasingly variable climate change make our traditional crop production for maize, sorghum, wheat, and beans challenging. Most farming in the country still remains subsistence, and despite years of support through development projects and subsidies, productivity has been declining. With OCOP, our selected special crop, special agricultural product is potatoes. Why potatoes? Lesotho, due to its altitude of between 1,400 meters to 3,500 meters above sea level, and a cool climate, is well suited for potato production. We know that potatoes thrive in temperatures between 18 degrees Celsius and 20 degrees Celsius. So these conditions are commonly found in our highlands and our lowlands. Additionally, the highlands of Lesotho benefit from natural resistance to pests and diseases, reducing the need for agrochemicals and making them ideal for both seed potato and table potato production. In 2023, that's when Lesotho began the journey with OCOP, when FAO provided seed money to kickstart OCOP in the country. The deliverables under the seed money was to do a potato value chain situation analysis, a robust national potato strategy, refurbishment of the tissue culture lab at the National University of Lesotho, and the development of demonstrations under the leadership of our OCOP focal point, who is here with us today. The ministry is proud to share Lesotho's efforts to harness science, technology, and innovation in advancing OCOP. With potato as our flagship crop, we are intending to invest in systems that promote productivity, sustainability, and rural transformation. The first initiative, as I have indicated in the deliverables up there, was the refurbishment of the tissue culture lab and the greenhouse at the National University of Lesotho. Currently, with the seed money, the tissue culture lab is being refurbished and the dilapidated greenhouse has been renovated. Also, the tissue culture lab is being equipped with the the latest equipment that it needs. Secondly, under our Department for Agricultural Research, supported under Agricultural Productivity Program for Southern Africa, is in the process of constructing another tissue culture lab at Maseru Research Center. These efforts are put in place in efforts to produce clean, disease-free potato plantlets ensuring a reliable seed supply. To promote sustainability for this initiative and support commercial production of the seed potato, the ministry is planning to engage private sector participation so that this can be a commercial activity and hence be much more sustainable. The second technology and innovation is precision fertilizer application. Earlier, I've indicated that under the leadership of OCOP Focal Point, we have done demonstrations in Simongo and Matedile, two areas, one in the mountains, one in the lowlands. Here, general application of fertilizer recommendation for potatoes was used at different rates. However, going forward, we plan to scale up precision fertilizer application technology using soil testing and GIS to optimize fertilizer use and protect soil health while increasing productivity without harming the environment. The third initiative is on-site processing and renewable energy. In line with our draft national potato strategy, we intending to support the establishment of an on-site processing units for washing, slicing, and drying of potatoes.
Ms. McCoy,
powered by.
If you can wrap up quickly, thank you so much.
Thank you. Where was I? In line with our draft national potato strategy, we intended to support the establishment of on-site processing units for washing, slicing, and drying of potatoes powered by renewable energy where possible. Already we have small-scale Basotho who are using simple tools to produce products like lip balm, petroleum jelly, body lotions, and the like, supported under Caritas Lesotho, which is an NGO. And the ministry has noticed these efforts and is intending to upscale this and also support this small-scale processes to access local markets, formal markets, regional or international. Number 4, post-harvest handling technologies, modern storage, sorting and packaging solutions will be deployed through cooperatives to improve quality and reduce losses. 5, which is the last one here, e-commerce platforms will be developed to ease trading of potatoes and its products to supplement traditional exhibitions, which connect farmers face-to-face with the buyers. Finally, it is worth mentioning that science, technology, and innovation are the foundation of our trust strategy to make potato production in Lesotho competitive, inclusive, and environmentally sustainable. And under OCOP, we aim to deliver impact at every stage, from green production and processing and green marketing, ensuring equitable benefits, leaving no one behind for better production, better nutrition, better environment, and better life. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Mokwane, for sharing the experience of Lesotho. It is now my honor to invite Honorable Kusum Devi Thapa, Chair, Parliamentary Committee on Agriculture and Cooperative of Nepal, to share the experience of Nepal. Excellency, you have the floor.
Thank you. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, all panelists, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor to join you today and reflect on how Nepal is embracing the For Better framework through the OCOP initiative, advancing our shared commitment to better production, nutrition, environment, and life for all. First of all, I would like to highlight on the effectiveness and potential of the For Better model. Nepal recognizes the For Betters not simply as goals, but as interconnected pathways to empower communities, protect our natural resources, and deliver lasting prosperity. I am pleased to share that Nepal has already launched a for Better's model village in Mandan Devpur municipality, which is now serving as a live demonstration of how integrated planning across sectors agriculture, environment, health, and livelihoods can deliver tangible outcomes. Building on this, we are now preparing to launch another model village in Rome municipality, the hub of both the OCOP initiative and Digital Village Initiative DVI. What makes these efforts particularly encouraging is that Rome municipality itself has taken ownership, showcasing true local leadership and commitment. These model villages are not just pilot projects, they represent a scalable framework where the synergy of OCOP allows us to amplify existing efforts, centralize fragmented resources, and expand our collective impact. The four betters give us a clear and people-centered lens to align community action with national policy priorities. As parliamentarians, we strongly support this direction. We are working to ensure that such integrated models are reflected in national development plans and receive sustained institutional and financial banking. Secondly, I would like to expand on applying science, technology, and innovation to enhance OCOP. Science, technology, and innovation STI are no longer optional, they are foundational to the transformation we envision. Nepal is taking strategic steps to embed STI into the heart of OCOP implementation. We are currently piloting a gender responsive and inclusive extension system GIES to ensure that technological and advisory services reach women, youth, and marginalized farmers. This is critical to making science work for everyone. At the production level, we are establishing tissue culture laboratories to develop and distribute disease-free planting materials, a vital step for improving the productivity and quality of large cardamom. We are also investing in market system development, strengthening farmer-buyer linkages, improving post-harvest infrastructure, and promoting traceability and branding. Moreover, Nepal is working to expand large cardamom cultivation into new ecological zones guided by spatial data, climate suitability models, and participatory planning processes. In parallel, productivity enhancement in existing growing regions is being prioritized through improved practices, input support, and climate resilient technologies. We in Parliament are committed to supporting this innovation through policy alignment, budget, advocacy, and oversight to ensure that the benefits of science and technology reach those who need them most. In conclusion, the four betters offer not just a framework but a promise of equity, sustainability, and transformation. Nepal is committed to advancing this promise through OCOP, and as chair of the Parliamentary Committee on Agriculture, Cooperatives, and Natural Resources, I reaffirm our commitment to work with all of you to shape a more inclusive and resilient future for our farmers, our environment, and our shared food system. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nepal, for this interesting perspective from the parliamentary. We appreciate your mentioning your commitment to continue to support through policies and also capacity building and so forth. I'm now honored to invite Ms. Afe Charchi from Tunisia to share the experience of Tunisia. Over to you, please.
Honorables invités, chers participants, bon après-midi. Je voudrais saisir cette occasion pour remercier le gouvernement du Vietnam pour l'accueil et l'organisation de cette louable initiative tenue en présence des acteurs clés de l'agroalimentaire. Mes vifs remerciements vont également à la FAO pour l'invitation et pour le soutien à notre produit choisi comme prioritaire qui est la harissa. La Tunisie a choisi la harissa comme produit OCOP car il s'agit d'un produit emblématique qui rassemble à la fois un fort héritage culturel et un potentiel de développement économique significatif. La harissa est bien plus qu'un simple condiment en Tunisie, c'est un véritable symbole de notre identité culinaire nationale utilisée au quotidien dans les foyers tunisiens. En 2022, l'UNESCO a d'ailleurs reconnu cette importance en inscrivant la harissa au patrimoine culturel immatériel de l'humanité. Au regard des 4 meilleurs, donc l'initiative OCOP appliquée à la harissa agit comme un accélérateur de la transformation durable de notre système agroalimentaire, en ancrant notre action dans les 4 dimensions des 4 better de la FAO, à savoir une meilleure production, une meilleure nutrition, un meilleur environnement et une meilleure vie. Permettez-moi d'illustrer brièvement chacune de ces dimensions dans le contexte de la filière de la harissa. Donc, concernant la meilleure production, grâce à l'OCOP, nous avons analysé en profondeur la chaîne de la valeur de la harissa et identifié les leviers pour produire de manière plus efficiente et résiliente. Concrètement, nous investissons dans l'amélioration des pratiques agricoles pour le piment, diffusion des variétés plus productives et tolérantes au stress hydrique, adoption de l'irrigation goutte à goutte, formation des agriculteurs à des technologies agroécologiques afin d'accroître durablement les rendements tout en réduisant les intrants. Concernant les meilleures nutritions, la harissa en tant que produit alimentaire contribue à la qualité et à la diversité de l'alimentation tunisienne. C'est un condiment naturel à base de piment, d'ail, d'épices et de l'huile d'olive, des ingrédients essentiels dans le régime méditerranéen réputé sain. En valorisant ce produit, nous promouvons une alimentation locale et équilibrée, où les épices naturelles remplacent avantageusement des additifs artificiels ou annexés de sel. Donc, nous mettons l'accent sur l'amélioration aussi de la qualité sanitaire de la harissa, donc à travers les contrôles de l'hygiène de production, des normes de qualité pour éliminer toute trace d'aflatoxine ou autres contaminants dans les piments séchés. Donc, concernant le meilleur environnement, l'un des axes forts de notre plan d'action OCOP pour la harissa est la réduction de l'empreinte écologique de la filière. La culture du piment est connue pour être exigeante en eau. Or, la Tunisie est un pays en stress hydrique sévère. À travers l'OCOP, nous avons pris des mesures pour rendre cette culture plus durable, conversion progressive des parcelles à l'irrigation localisée, encouragement des techniques d'agroforesterie et le paillage pour préserver l'humidité des sols. Nous avons aussi travaillé sur l'efficacité énergétique. Certaines unités exploitent l'installation des panneaux solaires pour alimenter en électricité des installations de transformation. Donc, concernant une meilleure vie, décidément, c'est l'aspect le plus important et l'impact socio-économique sur les populations, c'est-à-dire la meilleure vie que nous souhaitons offrir aux acteurs de la chaîne de l'Arissa. L'approche OCOP et en mettant en lumière cette filière prioritaire a permis de mobiliser les pouvoirs publics et les partenaires autour de projets concrets d'amélioration des revenus et des conditions de travail. Par exemple, nous sommes en train de structurer des coopératives de producteurs et de productrices pour qu'ils aient un meilleur accès au marché et un pouvoir de négociation accru lors de la vente de leurs piments et de leur pot de harissa artisanale. En intégrant ces petits acteurs dans le circuit formel, nous visons à formaliser des emplois décents et à offrir une protection sociale de base aux travailleurs, notamment aux nombreuses femmes impliquées. L'initiative OCOP a aussi une dimension de développement régional. Elle concentre l'attention de certaines zones intérieures défavorisées qui cultivent désormais la majorité des piments. Et merci.
Thank you very much for sharing the experience of Tunisia. Last but not the least, I would like to invite Dr. Sizumba Shepande from Zambia to share the experience of Zambia. Offer to you, sir.
I would like to start by apologizing on behalf of Dr. Shepande.
Okay.
He was unable to join here. Something urgent came up just as we were about to travel here. So he sends his apologies, but I'll make a presentation on his behalf. So I'm Bisa Waya from Ministry of Agriculture in Zambia. So Zambia's priority crop is onion. That was the crop that was selected as a priority crop. You may wonder why select onion as a priority crop. Well, if you visited any household in Zambia, I think even my colleagues in Malawi and Zimbabwe will agree that if you visited any of our households, there are two commodities you find at any given time, onion and tomato. But most of the time we're importing our onion because our production doesn't satisfy the demand. So that is what I think prompted the need for selection of onion as a crop. So we are using science, technology, and innovation to enhance the OCOP implementation. We're doing it through four major ways. The first is through policy and strategy frameworks. So we recently launched a national science, technology, and innovation policy, which aims to leverage science and innovation for inclusive, sustainable development and global competitiveness. Through this policy, we intend to enhance on research and development on agricultural production. We hope that this will also take care of OCOP and help improve on onion production in the country. The second area of intervention is enhancing production and productivity. So through climate smart agriculture, we hope that our farmers will be trained on enhanced crop production, good agricultural practices, use of improved and resilient seed, and so on. This is all just to mitigate the impact of climate change. We recently had the worst drought in the last 30, 40 years, and we realized the need for all year-round production. And because of this, we are enhancing on our irrigation development. So our farmers will then be able to produce onion all year round with our enhanced irrigation production. So we are going on a program where we intend to increase our area under irrigation by about 430,000 hectares. Currently, in the last, between January to date, we have already done 45,000 hectares, so we see progress in what we intend to achieve. And part of this will take care of onion production as well. We are also going on a massive mechanization program to enhance production and productivity. So in our phase one, we have equipped 50 districts with mechanization equipment, tractors, other implements to just enhance production of onion, among other crops. And we think that with enhanced irrigation and production, we'll have higher yields for our farmers and better incomes. The country is also running what we are calling the Farmer Input Support Program. This year, we are rolling out through this program through an e-voucher system. So with the e-voucher system, the farmers are able to select whatever inputs they want to plant, and we are encouraging them to select onion as one of the commodities that they can grow, because they can get inputs from wherever they are around the country using the e-voucher system. So I think that's the use of technology to enhance agricultural production. We are also undertaking a countrywide soil mapping exercise where we want to just get an idea of what the soils are like countrywide. And with this information, we'll advise our farmers on the right fertilizers to use. Coupled with this, we are also, we have distributed mobile soil testing kits to farmers, to the agriculture extension staff throughout the country. And with that, they'll be able to get information on soils around the country, and that advice will guide them on what amendments to use to improve their soils. So this, we believe, will enhance production and productivity in the country. Post-harvest management is the biggest problem for our onion farmers, and a lot of our farmers lose their produce at harvest or after harvest. So we are trying to enhance trainings on post-harvest handling, the utilization of curing storage facilities, curing sheds, so that our farmers can properly cure their crop. But also agro-processing, we are trying to encourage, because in most cases our farmers or our communities will use onion fresh. So we are now trying to bring in a new culture of processing the onion, drying it and using, adding value to the onion by drying it. That way I think we can then extend the shelf life of the onion. And then our last way of and use of science and technology is through market linkages. So we are trying to strengthen aggregation alliances to improve bulking and storage of the onion crop, as well as increase market accessibility for options for smallholder farmers. We believe that if we can enhance linkages, normally if you have market and market linkages, it will stimulate production. So these are some of the things that the country is doing to enhance the onion value chain, as onion has been selected as the priority crop under OCOP. In summary, Zambia's strategy for enhancing the OCOP value chain is comprehensive. It involves several policy reforms that have already commenced, direct technological interventions at the farm level, improved post-harvest handling and storage, value addition, and strengthened market connectivity, particularly for export markets. All these interventions underpinned by commitment to research and development, capacity building at farmer level, and collaborative partnerships with the private sector and cooperating partners like FAO are aimed at enhancing the onion value chain and increase the livelihood of smallholder farmers in the country. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Zambia. With that, we have come to an end of the sharing experience in the high-level panels. Let's give another big applause to all the resource persons. And also to our earlier partners who really share their perspective, experience. Thank you to all of you. It is really difficult to summarize these rich discussions, but just to put a couple of points. First, what I heard today is really an interesting and excellent news for OCOP. Sharing knowledge, experience, best practices, and also challenges help us to understand that to move forward, we do face challenges. But by sharing knowledge, we do share this burden together. Some of the problems in one country might have been solved in another's. So I think it is really important that we take this forward together. I heard about seeds research, capacity building, policy, intervention of the parliament, science and innovation, the relationship to the national vision, everything is there. OCOP has provided platform and will continue to do so. I also heard commitment from the government, from experts, from our stakeholders to move forward together, not only in this region in Asia, but also between the two continents, Asia and Africa. So I would like to congratulate all of you for this commitment and progress. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we are now coming to an excellent moment, the launch of regional OCOP knowledge products on 4 batters in Asia and the Pacific. It is now my honor to invite Dr. Alu Dohong, Assistant Director General and FAO Regional Representative for Asia and the Pacific, to launch your new regional OCOP knowledge product series on 4 batters. We are grateful for your leadership, ADG. The floor is yours, ADG. Let's welcome our ADG with big applause.
Thank you, Dr. Judy, for this great opportunity. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, we have heard and also witnesses a very enriching discussion today. We learned from Vietnam, our gracious host, about their very successful initiative called One Commune, One Product program. We heard also from countries in the Near East as well as Africa about their models and how they are implementing OCOP to achieve the 4 batters. We also heard from experts in front of us about partner institutions whose research and development works in order to improve, to advance all this kind of OCOP initiative. It's given me a great pleasure in front of you, now I'm standing, to launch 3 knowledge products that capture some of this lesson learned. First one is about delightful and tasty recipe using OCOP products composed by our partners, Institute of Nutrition, Mahidol University of Thailand. So this first, we call that OCOP cook recipe. We can call like that. So that first product. This actually composed, when you try to cooking with full of nutrition in your food, we can have this later on and share it and publish it for your guidance or for your reference. Second product is actually the use of geographical indication, environment and sustainability, or GIES framework, developed by our partners at the Chinese Academy of Sciences. Professor Liu just presented to us just recently. And the third product, actually the first of the market intelligence report that has been published with SCAP. Yeah, this, is there any there? This one. Yeah. So this kind of knowledge, I can call it knowledge product, is very strategic, how we can see the interlinks between practices, initiative, and support from the academic, from research institution in order to elevate it, all this kind of OCOP product with scientific-based evidence and so on. So there will be more to come from FAO and its partners, from globally to the regionally in many months to come or many years to come. So again, proudly, I get present these three products to all of us, and I do hope we can enjoy it, we can read it, and make it as a reference and to develop more knowledge product out of this OCOP initiative. So thank you very much for all your kind attention, and have a good evening and good networking for the rest of the day. Thank you so much.
Okay, let's give a big round of applause for this launch of the three important products. We are going to move ahead with our sessions. So thank you for the speakers. You can go back to your seat. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we are entering into the last session, which is the closing ceremony. May I invite Dr. Nguyen Do An Tuan, Director General. May I please invite Sridhar Dhamaputri to lead us to this next session, please. Sridhar, over to you.
Okay. Thank you. Let's have a round of applause for Yurdi for a great round of moderation. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we will start the closing ceremony almost immediately. Let's give our staff here a few minutes to change the podium seating, and we will be getting underway very soon. And once we have concluded the closing ceremony, and of course, this exciting day of discussion, you have all the time for a coffee, for coffee tasting, tea tasting, and then the dinner. So a lot of fascinating things await. Please be patient for a few moments. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, so we are ready to commence the closing ceremony, and I have the honor to be the moderator for this last and concluding session. So let me first invite all the dignitaries on the stage. First, may I invite His Excellency Honorable Samuel Dalitso Kawale, the Minister of Agriculture and Member of Parliament from Malawi. Excellency, please come onto the stage. I'll then invite Ms. Beth Bagdol, the Deputy Director General of FAO. I then have the honor of inviting, and we have heard him also earlier this morning, Mr. Tran Than Nam, Honorable Vice Minister of Agriculture and Environment of the Government of Vietnam, who has been instrumental in hosting this meeting here today. And finally, I'd like to invite Mr. Alu Dohong, Assistant Director General and FAO Regional Representative for Asia and the Pacific. Thank you, Excellencies. We will now commence the closing ceremony, and to do that, I will first invite His Excellency, the Honorable Samuel Dalitso Kawale, Minister of Agriculture and Member of Parliament in Malawi. Over to you, Minister.
Let me start by recognizing our host, the Deputy Minister of Agriculture, as well as my colleagues from the FAO, and to all of you for giving me the opportunity to make closing remarks on behalf of the ministers from Africa. And ladies and gentlemen, I am extremely honored to deliver the closing remarks at the end of a truly inspiring, transformative, high-level OCOP Knowledge Exchange event here in Hanoi. First of all, we want to express our sincere thanks to the government of Vietnam for your generous hospitality and excellent organization. And secondly, to the FAO leadership, the OCOP Secretariat, and our local hosts, I'd like to say thank you for putting together this rich and insightful event. It has created a strong foundation for working together, reflecting and renewing our commitment to improve food systems. A couple of things that I wanted to bring to your attention is, first of all, the learning opportunities that we've had here in Vietnam. Today's exchanges highlighted Vietnam's remarkable OCOP model. It's very clear how communities can specialize in products, connect to digital markets, build climate-smart supply chains, and ensure equality. These strategies offer practical ways for us to modernize agriculture in Africa. They fit perfectly with our national development plans. Not only that, but I believe that they will guide us in our effort to transform agriculture across the continent. Secondly, we have learned about commitment to action from Vietnam. As African ministers and governments, we will return home with renewed determination. We will apply the best practices we've learned in green production, processing, storage, and marketing. We will embed the 4 betters into our agriculture strategies and strengthen the inclusive resilience, which are pathways that OCOP offers for our farmers, communities, and economies. We are united in our goal to expand OCOP's presence in Africa and align it fully with our regional frameworks, such as the Africa Union's Kampala Declaration, the Science, Technology, and Innovation Strategy for Africa, as well as Agenda 2063. In this spirit, we would like to encourage FAO to host the next high-level OCOP knowledge exchange in Africa. I'm not going to say in Malawi, I'm just going to say Africa. And I know an event there would allow us in Africa to highlight local innovations. It will allow us to show that we are able to build stronger ties between countries in the global south and encourage investment and policy discussions that suit our unique agriculture contexts. As we're looking forward to the next event, there are a few key takeaways that I would like to highlight, and I believe will also help us to develop the sectors in our countries. First of all, Vietnam's models show that specialization and social inclusion can and must work hand in hand. Secondly, Africa and Asia face similar challenges. We need to find shared solutions. And thirdly, digital tools have the power to connect farmers to markets in ways we couldn't have imagined just decades ago. But together, let's contribute to grow OCOP as a movement for transformation built on fairness, sustainability, and shared learning. And learning is what I believe that all of us in Africa are going to take back and implement in our countries. We thank you once again, the government of Vietnam, as well as FAO, and we look forward to working together as we move forward with solidarity, purpose, and hope. May the Lord bless you. I thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Excellency, for conveying the collective appreciation of all visiting delegations to the government of Vietnam. I now invite Ms. Bagdol, Deputy Director General, FAO, to deliver her special remarks on this occasion.
Thank you very much, and thank you as well on behalf of all of us from FAO to the Vice Minister and all of his colleagues for the outstanding partnership that we obviously saw, I think, in organizing and putting together such an important discussion. I'm sure tomorrow's field trip will also not disappoint, and so we thank you in advance for showcasing so many of the special aspects of what Vietnam has built in its OCOP initiative. I also want to thank all of you who are here, certainly the ministers, the deputy and vice ministers, the technical officers, the members of parliament. Without you, we could not have the kind of success and the kind of uptake that we have seen of the OCOP initiative. I will share with you that coming from our headquarters in Rome, I often have to interface with the members of FAO who are represented by the diplomats, the ambassadors, and the permanent missions to FAO headquarters. And I wish that many of them could travel from Rome here to a meeting like this to really, I think, understand the deep commitment and the deep amount of leadership that each of you are taking in advancing your own country's agri-food systems, but also this very important, I think, prioritization of specialized commodities and agricultural products. The debates and the discussions in Rome and in our governing bodies can oftentimes become quite political. And they are increasingly more challenging in a period where, unfortunately, as many of you know, especially at your national levels, resources that have often been available for whether it's humanitarian or development support is shrinking quite quickly. And so we have, I think, importantly, a new reality in which we are operating together, FAO and you as our member states, to make sure that we not only demonstrate our own individual commitments to OCOP, but that we also do, I think, a better job of advocating, of communicating, and being ambassadors of such for the OCOP initiative and what it really does mean for your farmers, for your consumers, and as we all know, for the greater goal and priority of feeding the people who are most hungry around the world. So I call for your support and your help in navigating these different dynamics than what we once faced, even in 2021, when the OCOP initiative for FAO was really brought to the fore. I also want to make sure that I share with all of you how much we at FAO have appreciated about today's opportunity, Vice Minister, to really deeply understand what has been successfully achieved here in Vietnam. And certainly your presentation and those of your colleagues, but clearly the very special moment that the ministers and the official representatives had with the Deputy Prime Minister and his commitment to continuing to lead, continuing to advance, and to continue to look for trade opportunities across the countries that are represented here. That kind of push to accelerate and to encourage so many others of us to strive for the same kind of success that you have had, I think is incredibly inspiring. I am also very pleased that by hosting this particular dialogue, that today, I think more than ever, we went far beyond OCOP being one country's experience. I think today really did solidify the mindset and I think the approach that we all need to fully embrace, which is that we are working towards these same goals and achievements together. Whether that's in supporting one another in production practices, in processing, in trade, in marketing and consumption, the background, the storytelling, the experiences, the difficulties, the challenges you have all faced only serve to make our overall success, I think, all that much more possible. I would also like to simply thank all of those who were a part of the various exhibitions that showcased OCOP so clearly to us. And I really hope that many of you had time to spend with these artisans, with these entrepreneurs, with these farmers and business people who are really at the heart of what we are here to achieve and to advocate for together. And I think also it's important for us to recall just how critically central science and innovation are to the work of OCOP. I want to thank so many of the colleagues. I'm seeing them in the chairs and at the tables behind us. They really are bringing, I think, a very important level of seriousness, of technical expertise, to really push the boundaries of OCOP so that it's more than a name, so that it's more than an initiative, but it's something that is truly grounded in proper data analytics, in innovation, and in technology. Because it's when we have that kind of technological and innovative advancement, we know that smart policies will follow as well. And from smart policies, I very much hope that additional resources and investment can also follow. The OCOP initiative has gained, I think, more traction than probably we at FAO could have hoped for in the last few years. As I mentioned earlier, to have 95 countries participating with 56 different agricultural products represented, it clearly has become what we often call a flagship initiative and priority of FAO. And very importantly, it also benefits by sitting alongside a number of other important programs, some of which you and your countries also participate in. The very important Hand-in-Hand initiative that culminates in the World Food Forum that comes every October at FAO with its very important investment forum and investment days as a central part of that. Others of you participate in our 1,000 digital villages or perhaps even our Green Cities initiatives. Linking these particular initiatives together is what I think really accelerates and creates a much more catalytic opportunity for us to engage and support you to ultimately provide productive, efficient, resilient, sustainable, and inclusive agri-food systems. So as I wrap up, let me again just thank each and every one of you for your leadership, for your commitment to work to improve the lives of the people, the farmers, the rural communities in your own countries. Count on FAO as a continued good and strong partner. I will say, I think the expectations are that we will be an even better partner going forward. In fact, I think very much looking forward to taking on a number of the new ideas that have come from this very session, including bringing more of you together as a global community, a global ecosystem or network, connecting OCOP initiatives even beyond these two regions. And I think without maybe making a commitment to our regional representative in Africa, I see his head nodding. So I think, Minister Sam, you have our agreement that we'll be in Africa next. Which country to be determined, but we will be there. And again, let me just thank everyone and say very best wishes and best regards to all of you from our Director General, Dr. Chu Dong-yu, who many of you know well, you have met. As I think about the leadership of our organization, the Director General and I think many of you know, come from two countries that have some very unique geopolitical relationships and dynamics at the moment, and in fact they long have. But there's something very important that binds the two of us together, and that is the fact that both of us grew up as children of farmers. We both understand very much in FAO the importance of the work that farmers do for all of us and the work that we as a collective community do on their behalf. And I hope that each of you will keep that sentiment. I know many of you do, but please keep that at your heart. Keep that front of mind as we continue to take steps together to, I think, advance so many of the important areas of work that each of you are already undertaking. So thank you again very much on behalf of all of us at FAO, and I'm very much looking forward to spending time with many of you tomorrow on the field trip. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Begdol, for those very important remarks on the day of dialogue that we had. I now have the honor of inviting Mr. Tran Than Nam, the Honorable Minister, Vice Minister of Agriculture and Environment for the Government of Vietnam, and the driving force behind this dialogue. Over to you.
Kính thưa bà Ben Begdol, Phó Tổng Giám đốc Tổ chức FAO và các vị lãnh đạo của FAO khu vực. Kính thưa, chúng ta vừa khép lại một cái ngày làm việc hiệu quả và đầy cảm xúc tại Diễn đàn Cấp Cao Liên Khu Vực.
Level of OCOP, jointly organized by the Ministry of Environment of Vietnam and FAO. I believe that each of us has gained valuable insights and experience to advance and adapt the OCOP models to the specific context of our respective countries. I believe the forum has brought about many practical and meaningful results. First, delegates heard in-depth sharing on Vietnam's experience in implementing the OCOP program, from its approach, contents, mechanisms, and policies to management models and support solutions for product development and market linkage. The impressive figures, more than 16,800 OCOP products rated 3 stars or higher, average annual revenue growth of 18%, and 40% of OCOP producers being women, vividly demonstrate the success of Vietnam's OCOP model. Second, through the roundtable discussions, the forum gathered numerous best practices and valuable lessons from countries from Africa, the Near East, and North Africa, and the Asia-Pacific regions. Despite different national conditions, all share common vision of developing specialty agriculture products, traditional craft villages, and rural tourism to increase incomes, preserve cultural heritage, and promote sustainable development. Third, the forum explores the role of the science, technology, and innovations in transforming agriculture and food systems. The application of the FAO Science and Innovation Networks, aligned with the four pillars goal, opens up a new avenues for developing OCOP in each country. From the rich discussion of this forum, I would like to emphasize several key messages. OCOP is a bridge between tradition and modernity, linking local cultural identity with global markets. It is a powerful tool for promoting and communicating each country's cultural values to the world. Institutions and policies are pivotal. OCOP can only be effective with the commitment and appropriate policy frameworks of the governments, alongside with the proactive engagement of business, cooperative, community, and individuals. Technology, innovations, and digital transformation are foundational to build brands, expand their market access, overcome geographicals, and connect to the broader market. Sustainability and inclusivity must be core principles in all OCOP models, ensure economic benefits to go in hand in hand with environmental, protecting job creation and social equity, leaving no one behind. For Vietnam's part, we are committed to continuing our partnership with FAO and international partners to share practical experience and be ready to introduce our models, tools, and lessons to interested countries, promote South-South and Triangle cooperation, supporting training, technology transfer, and capacity building for OCOP implementation, joint research and innovative COCP models suitable to the unique context of each nation. Distinguished with the delegates, South-South cooperation in the OCOP program offers great promise, as it is built on leveraging natural assets, landscapes, and cultural identities, particularly the creativity, self-reliance, and resilience of local communities in Africa and the Asia-Pacific. From the vast African savannas to Asia's rivers, deltas, terrace mountains, fields, and Pacific coral islands, these culturally rich regions provide fertile grounds for the development of community-based agriculture products, handicrafts, and tourism services. This cooperation not only enhances the values of COE products through shared experiences, community governance models, and innovations, but also contributes to inclusive rural economic development, conservation of natural and cultural heritage, and amplifies the voice of the developing nations on the international stage. We call for strong support from the international organizations, financial institutions, and bilateral and multilateral development partners to boost South-South cooperation and assist countries in effectively implementing the OCOP program for dynamic, inclusive, cultural rich, and sustainable agriculture that contribute to transform our food system to be a more transparent, responsible, and resilient. Vietnamese proverb says, hearing 100 times is not as good as seeing once. I believe that tomorrow's field trip to Ninh Bình will offer you a vivid experience of how OCOP is integrated with community-based and ecological tourism, where products, people, and landscapes come together to tell a shared story of development. On behalf of the MAE, I sincerely thank the FAO especially Director General Khu Dong-Yus, DDG Bedron Assistant Director General Regional Representative Asia Pacific, Dr. Alorong, ADG's Regional Representative for Africa. I also wish to thank all ministers, deputy ministers, esteemed guests, and delegates from countries and organizations who attended the forum and contribute inspiring insights. The valuable experiences you share are our collective assets as we are together to build sustainable, inclusive food system. Once again, thank you, and I wish you health, happiness, and a memorable experiences in Vietnam. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Excellency.
Xin cảm ơn
Before I
ngài.
invite the ADG, let's have a warm round of applause for the Honorable Vice Minister
Tôi xin cảm
and the
ơn
Ministry and
Thứ
the
trưởng.
Director of the ICD who were fundamental in organizing this dialogue. Thank you very much. Finally, it's my pleasure to invite Dr. Alu Dohong, the Assistant Director General and FAO Regional Representative, to deliver the closing remarks on behalf of the organizing FAO.
Oh, I need a bit higher. More comfortable, okay? Excellency, Mr. Tran Tha Nam, Vice Minister of Agriculture and Environment, Vietnam. Excellency, Mr. Sam Dalitso Kawalu, Minister of Agriculture and Member of Parliament, Malawi. Honorable Ms. Beth Bagdol, Deputy Director General, Food and Agriculture of the United Nations. Your Excellencies, Minister, Vice Minister, high-level agriculture official from Africa, Near East and Asia. Honorable Dr. Nguyen Da Chuan, Director General International Cooperation Department, Ministry of Agriculture and Environment, Vietnam. Vice Chairs of the Regional Organizing Group of OCOP and members of the FAO Regional Science Innovation Network for OCOP implementing in Asia and the Pacific. Colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of a day filled with highly informative and enlightening presentation and discussion. It has been a rare opportunity for us to participate in this unique dialogue between countries from two very different continents, yet united by shared aspiration and shared challenge. Indeed, this has been a valuable occasion to learn from one another and to appreciate the unique wisdom of each region offers. For FAO, agri-food system transformation, guided by the four pillars, has always been a top priority in the Asia-Pacific region. As it is in Africa, this sector is not only vital for food security, but also serve as the main livelihood for the majority of people in both regions. It was therefore especially relevant to begin our session today by learning about Vietnam's One Commune, One Product, and how it leverages unique local knowledge, heritage, and skill to bring inclusive prosperity to rural communities. I would like to sincerely thank the government of Vietnam for the excellent presentation that demonstrated how the One Commune, One Product program is advancing the country's transformative agricultural development strategy. The following high-level session that turns the spotlight on how the FAO One Country, One Priority Product, or OCOP, initiative is supporting the poor better production,
better nutrition, better environments, and better life, leaving no one behind. Inspired by the Vietnam One Commune, One Product strategy and other successful models, the FAO OCOP initiative has taught us a great deal since the launch 4 years ago. It's now time to share our regional experiences in developing sustainable value chains for the OCOP priority products identified by member countries. I'm confident that both regions have gained significantly from this high-level interaction, particularly in understanding how the OCOP initiative can help us realize our shared vision of promoting efficient, sustainable production, processing, marketing, and consumption of underutilized yet highly nutritious OCOP agricultural product. I also hope that agriculture policymakers from Africa, as well as North Africa and Near East, found the Asia-Pacific experience is leveraging science and innovation for OCOP implementation, both relevant and applicable to their own regional context. I'm pleased that we have just launched several new regional knowledge products developed in collaboration with our partners to promote for betters. These include the OCOP video series on food recipe developed with Mahidol University. Secondly, the OCOP video series on the innovative traceability tool using geographical indication, environments, and sustainability, or GIES methodology developed with Chinese Academy of Sciences. And the third, the market intelligence series developed by UNESCO, which identify market potential for OCOP priority product. I trust you have enjoyed the wonderful exhibition of OCOP products from Africa, Near East, and Asia. The OCOP for Betters exhibition, as well as delightful Vietnam's OCOP tea and coffee and nutritious for better cookies. We are in the Asia-Pacific region look forward to continuing this interregional knowledge sharing on best practices for OCOP implementation, especially those that focus on innovative approaches in partnership with all stakeholders. I just proposed a couple of hours ago with two vice chairs of regional organizing group of OCOP to create, I call it OCOP Center of Excellence for Asia and Pacific region, maybe also for the other region. So I'm certain that this Africa-Asia dialogues has laid the foundation for the continued collaboration between regions, drawing mutual inspiration to help us achieve our shared goal, a world free from hunger and malnutrition. To sum up, I extend my heartfelt thank you to the government of Vietnam for their warm hospitality and excellent logistical support in organizing this important event. I wish all international participants safe journey back home. Thank you very much for all your kind attention.
Thank you, ADG. So with that, we come to the conclusion of this wonderful day, this great dialogue we had. We once again extend our deepest appreciation to the government of Vietnam and the Ministry of Agriculture and Environment for their very strong leadership in organizing this high-level event. So before we close, just two things I have to tell you. We have a gala dinner which starts at 18:30. And that will be in the ballroom, so that's here. So the sooner we leave, the quicker we'll get the arrangements in place for dinner. The dress code is smart casual or traditional or national. So if you want to loosen up, you can do that. And yes, please bring your smile. No smile, no dinner. And there will be the field trip tomorrow, which will be very exciting. We will see exhibitions of Vietnam's OCOP products. We will also get to see some beautiful and traditional and ancient places. So please come along and bring your cameras that you have. And we meet tomorrow at 7 o'clock, yes, 7 a.m. down in the lobby so that we can go for the trip. So see you all there first this evening and tomorrow morning. Have a great day and have a great drive. Thank you.